host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the weekly transit results starting from October 3rd till October 9th. So now friends, as you know that in the weekly transit videos, we try to follow the transit of moon during that period. So in this week, moon will start its journey from the Sagittarius sign and will end the week in the Pisces sign, being conjunct with the planet Jupiter. Now, if you actually want to get benefited from this transit video, so you have to blend all these results, which I will be explaining it here, customized to your rising sign, and blending it with the kind of yogas you have in your chart and what kind of dashas which are currently operational in your life. In terms of the planetary shift, so Mercury has just out of its retrograde motion on October 2nd, and beyond that there is not much of the planetary shift which is going to be taking place in this week. And just because we are already celebrating the 9 days devoted to the goddess Durga, so the worship of the feminine divine or the goddess is equally important for everyone. But in those cases where people have any afflictions in their chart connected to the planet Venus or connected to the Rahu, then in those cases worship of goddess Durga become more important. So okay friends, now starting with the Aries Lagna people first. So friends, as you can see that in your case, moon is going to be transiting from your 9th house and will be ending your week in your 12th house. So when we talk about pertaining to the matters of work related travel, the week is creating a very good energy. You might have some profitable work related travel during this week. Now when we talk specifically from the perspective of your professional endeavors, so during this week, because moon is going to be getting conjunct with Saturn as well, and your 6th house is also right now in a very accentuated state, so that means you have to work very hard. Cutting corners, if this is what your approach is at your work front, can land you in trouble. So there could be on and off concerns of stress at your work front which you might have to face. Now when we talk about pertaining to the matters of your family life, so definitely friends, because till the time your ascendant lord is transiting in your 2nd house, not only it's a very good sign pertaining to the matters of your finances, but also spending your money in the matters of your like all those things which bring happiness in the family life. So even regarding that matter, the week is creating a positive energy. The only concern over here is that friends, just because in your 6th house the planetary energy is getting accumulated in this way, and because during this week as well moon is going to be transiting from your 11th house as well, and Aries Lagna people are like, see, saving is not their forte and they are very generous, they are very helpful as well. So if someone comes to you for any sort of concerns of credit or loan or borrowing money from you, so over there you have to remain a little bit cautious that whether that person has got this credibility or intention of paying that money back or not. So pertaining to the matters of going over generous in the matters of helping other people at the cost of your own pocket, over there you have to remain a little bit cautious. From the students perspective, I would say, and specifically for all those people who have to appear in any sort of competitive exam, your 5th house lord is in a strong dignity in the 6th house, so a very good time for people who have to appear in any sort of competitive exam. And when we talk about pertaining to the matters of the relationship or marriage and all of that, so I would say friends, the good times are not very far for you guys. Very soon Venus is going to be transiting to your 7th house, and Saturn, Jupiter are soon about to come out of their retrograde motion. So I would say that during this week it is not creating a very good energy pertaining to the exclusive matters of Venus. When we talk about glamour, dating or matrimonial concerns, so regarding that front, the week is not creating a very positive energy for all the Aries Lagna people. Now friends, for all the Taurus Lagna people, so guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 8th house and will end the week in your 12th house. 11th house. So now friends, when we say that from the perspective of that the week could start on a very sudden unpredictable note for the Taurus Lagna people, because as you can see that Mars, which is already transiting in your 1st house, and moon will be starting the week from your 8th house, and Mars is going to be expecting this moon at your 8th house as well. So like if in your line of work, nature of work, there are some like uncertainties if you're going through, or like while driving you are a very careless person, so any of the unpredictability, scandalous energy which could come out, which could creep out of the 8th house, you have to remain very cautious around those energies, specifically on Mondays and Tuesday. That's what I want to say over here. Now when we talk about pertaining to the matters of even the travel, I would say that any travel undertaken during this week, you have to follow proper like caution, care, checking your belongings and everything. Now when we talk about from the matters of your income, gains, collaboration, association, regarding that front, the week is creating a positive energy. Not to worry about that, I would say, because moon is going to be ending the week in your like 11th house. So from the enhancement of the reputation or enhancement of income, regarding that perspective, week is creating a positive energy. Also friends, like for all those people who are looking for any matrimonial alliance and all of that, so you are actually going through a very good yoga right now, I would say that. Because moon is going to be getting conjunct with Jupiter in your 11th house. Your 7th house lord is also transiting in your 1st house. So regarding the matrimonial concerns, the week is creating a positive energy. So yes friends, like if I were to say, even from the perspective of the students, people engaged in the speculative line of work, the week is creating a or churning up a very positive energy for all the Taurus Lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Gemini rising people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 7th house and will end the week in your 10th house. So definitely friends, pertaining to the matters of public actions, public duties, for any public performance, or people connected with the mass media, social media, government and all of that, so the time seems to be favorable for all these people. Also friends, because as you can fairly see, till the time your 11th house lord is transiting in your 12th house. So this is a time when no matter how much money you are making, how much things are progressing in your case, satisfaction is going to be little bit less compared to your set bar of expectations. So over there you have to remain little bit realistic, or you have to at least wait for Mars to come out of your 12th house. Also friends, I would say that week is also creating that energy where like let's say for example, if you have to spend any of the money or in any of the dealings pertaining to the matters of the 6th house, like when we talk about court cases, hospital expenses and all of that. So I would say regarding that front, like prioritizing all these things, if that is getting qualified in your case, the week will prove to be harmonious in all those engagements, endeavors or dealings. Also friends, because during the middle of the week, when moon is going to be getting conjunct with Saturn in your 8th house, so that is going to be a time when there could be emotional instability which you might have to face, because as you can see that 8th house, 12th house, the way planetary association or influence is impacting you. So because of that, do not take any unpredictable rash decision. That is one thing which I want to say. Like rather I would say that if you actually want to spend money on your own rejuvenation, so this is a very good time for that. Like you want to go on a spiritual retreat, going for spa or shopping, anything depending on your personality, your priorities, which gives you emotional relief. So regarding that front, prioritizing your emotional, mental health, well-being, so give attention to that. And I would say that for the students, you have to guys work very hard. Any flaw in your calculation, any carelessness in your approach or attitude can give some negative result. So students have to work hard. I would say pertaining to the matters of the relationship or matrimonial concerns, week is creating a mediocre energy. And yes, this is something which I want to say for all the Gemini Lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Cancer rising people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 6th house and will end the week in your 9th house. So definitely friends, as you can see over here, because the transit of moon will start from the 6th house. In the 7th house it is going to get conjunct with Saturn over there. Then 8th house is also a house of emotional instability and all of that. So I would say that this is a week which is making you a little bit emotionally vulnerable or prone towards instability. And I would say that a lot of the concerns could be connected with your domestic, with your family life as well. But over here the beautiful aspect is that just because the accentuated state of planets in your third house, friends during this time will prove to be very supporting towards you. And also I would say that this is a very good week for giving attention towards your hobbies or any of the travel which you want to undertake. Like rather I would say that at the latter end of the week you might also receive some very good news as well. See, luck is definitely supporting you at its best intensity right now. I would say that if you are a very spiritually oriented person, so spiritual refuge will definitely give you the relief which you have been seeking. And I would say that definitely at your work front, this week might be filled with obstacles, little bit of the challenges, and I would say that more of that will be dependent on your own, I would not want to use the word incompetency to handle things, or it's your own inner turmoil which will reflect at your work. So outer circumstances are not coming or not looking as troublesome as your emotional inner turmoil is coming out or looking like to be. So just work on that area, because friends, as you can see, your 10th house lord is right now transiting in your 11th house. So your bosses and people at your work front have got very high expectations from you, and you are also capable and competent enough of doing justice to that as well. You cannot even overlook this fact that whenever Saturn transits from the 7th house, Saturn's transit from the 7th house is considered as very beneficial. In the original Kalpurush Kundli, Saturn attains exaltation in the 7th house. And what could be a better house for Jupiter to be transiting other than the 9th house? So planets are actually in a dignified state in your case. And over and above that, it's only the transit of the Mars which is creating higher expectations out of you, out of your work, at your work front. So just give attention towards that. And if I were to say pertaining to the matters of the seeking emotional refuge and like anything to do with the religious, spiritual austerity need to be prioritized during this week, you have to remain a bit cautious of your health front. And at your domestic life, there could be some instability which you might have to face. Like rather I would say you will find that solace much outside of the house during this week. So this is how the planetary energies are influencing you. And I would say that travels will prove to be very therapeutic and very profitable for the Cancer Lagna during this week. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Leo rising people. So now guys, in your case, as you can see that moon will start its journey from your 5th house and will end the week in your 8th house. So now friends, definitely you guys are actually going through a very auspicious time, because in your case your 2nd house is right now is in a very accentuated state. So your communication skills are in a very working out in your favor right now. You might be very much concentrated towards the matters of your family life, domestic life, or how can you enhance the financial inflow. So regarding all that front, the week is creating a very positive energy. Like rather I would say that any of the travels undertaken by you during this week will prove to be very profitable. Also, if at your work front, in your business model or setup, if you are contemplating any changes, any transformation, any restructuring, so regarding that front as well, the week is creating a very positive energy. Like friends, if I were to say pertaining to the matters of your like business partnership or commercial interest, the week is creating a positive energy for anything to do with the specifically in the matrimonial concerns. Like specifically the middle of the week could give rise to some stark difference of opinion with your partner within the matrimonial life. Try to remain a bit cautious in that area. Even at the end of the week, I would say, because I already mentioned this thing, that the week is creating a positive energy for any of the travel. But along with that, because at the end of the week, like moon is going to be transiting from the 8th house, so just try to remain a bit cautious at the end of the week, like during the Saturdays and Sundays, if you will. And specifically because moon is going to be getting conjunct with Jupiter, so if your objective is for any religious or spiritual reasons you will be undertaking any travel, that will prove to be very therapeutic, very supporting to you. And also friends, like just because as you can see, Saturn is right now in a retrograde state. Very soon it is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 6th house. So I would say that if things have slowed down in your 6th house, now it's not only at your work front but also like lately or in the past, ever since Saturn has entered your 6th house, if you have been facing challenges pertaining to the matters of the health, any of the chronic illnesses or any of the court cases, litigation, so I would say that just wait for Saturn to come out of its retrograde motion. We are not very far from that, and after that Saturn will be transiting in your 7th house as well, starting from the January of 2023. So if I were to summarize everything, the week is creating a positive energy regarding specifically the matters of your finances are very supporting towards you. It's just like that the week will start on a note when moon will be crossing from your 5th house. So your mind is actually working very fast right now, and you will be able to take some good decision as well. So just try not to stress yourself, do not get entangled in other people's problem. And I would say that just because Mars is also right now transiting in your like 10th house, so you are in complete command and grip at your professional front as well, like specifically a very auspicious time for people who have their own businesses or who are in any top leadership and all of that. So you will be able to take some very important decision during this time as well. Overall planetary energies seems to be very much supporting and favorable for all the Leo rising natives during this week. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Virgo rising people, so now guys, in your case moon will start its journey from your 4th house and will end the week in your 7th house. So definitely friends, if I were to say pertaining to the matters of your domestic life, the week is creating a very positive energy. Like rather I would say, if I were to summarize the theme of this week for all the Virgo rising people, I would say that it's a very feel good factor kind of week for you. And also friends, because moon is going to be ending the week in your 7th house, getting conjunct with Jupiter. So it's a very good time for people who are actively seeking for any matrimonial alliances, any of the concerns of looking out for a job, if you have to give any performances, or all the content creators, people connected with the government, mass media. So a very good week for all the Virgo rising people. Also friends, like just because briefly moon is going to be getting conjunct with Saturn in your 5th house as well, so that will give you a temporary stress and it is not gonna have any long lasting impact, so do not worry about that. And just because moon getting conjunct with Saturn in the 5th house, for all those people who are already going through concerns of the indigestion or stomach related concerns, so these people have to give more attention. And for the students as well, try not to get overstressed, because if you have done good preparation and during this week if you have to write any important competitive exam, stars and the planetary vibrations are definitely gonna favor you. So this is how friends the energies are manifesting a very good week for the domestic life, for the public life, and for the attainment of the goals and setting your targets. This week is creating a very positive energy for all the Virgo rising people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Libra rising people. So now guys, in your case moon is going to be making its journey starting from your 3rd house and will be ending the week in your 6th house. So definitely friends, the transit of moon, like any of the weekly transit videos, becomes most important for the Libra people, specifically pertaining to the matters of their profession, because moon in your case rules your 10th house of your career. So friends, I would say that definitely because moon is going to be transiting from your 3rd house. So if you are planning any travel or like any of the change of residence or something, regarding that front the week is creating a very positive energy. Now but when I say change, so here I am talking more from the perspective of any temporary travels or short travels. Here I am not talking about a complete transformative decision at your work front. If that is what your ultimate objective is or your long-term goals are, then you have to stay a little bit calm or be on the back foot. Also friends, like when we say or pertaining to the matters of the family life, so definitely the domestic life will prove to be very supporting towards you. There will be that sort of feel good factor which you will get being connected with the family matters or being a part of the family matters, if I were to say. Also, for all those people who have to appear in any sort of competitive exam, even from the students perspective as well, the week is creating a very positive energy. Now friends, in your case, the only vulnerability which I am seeing right now over here is that, because friends, in your case, Mars has got the rulership of your 7th house, and Mars is right now transiting in the 8th house. So because of which, like the way I've been seeing this thing in past couple of the transit videos, that while driving you have to remain a little bit cautious. Any of the important decision making on the matters of the relationship, you have to remain very cautious. Any misunderstanding can actually get triggered up or can take a very ugly form. So you have to be cautious and careful enough that where you have to react, where you have to respond, or where you have to stay quiet. And apart from that, over here friends, like because Moon is going to be ending the week in your 6th house as well, the blessing over here is that because Jupiter is actually transiting over here and Moon is going to get conjunct with it. So at the end of the week, there could be some reward or recognition for the hard work which you have been putting in, specifically for people connected with the service industry, health industry, fitness industry. All those people can get benefited. But the only one thing friends which I want to say over here is that you are actually going through a very sensitive time, where the more you can refrain from, or the more you can avoid any confrontation, any fights, any dispute, the better it is going to be for you. Because see, try to understand the planetary vibration. Right now Ketu is transiting in your 1st house and Rahu is transiting in your 7th house, and there are those kind of yogas which gets formed where if any conflict appears, it does not bother us for long term, like things happen and we move on with our life. But there are certain energies, and the way in certain times, if the conflict is gonna happen, either we end up getting entangled with powerful enemies, or the repercussion of all those conflicts bother us for long span of time. So your approach has to be of escapist during this time. The more you can refrain from conflict, the better it is going to be for you. A very good week for giving attention towards your hobbies, any of the short journeys, trips, socializing with your friends, giving priority to your domestic matters and all of that. So regarding that front, the week is creating a very good energy for all the Libra rising people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Scorpio rising people. So now guys, in your case, Moon will start its journey from your 2nd house and will end the week in your 5th house. So definitely friends, the week is creating a very positive energy. Now whether you talk about from the financial matters, any of the matters of the family life, making some new initiatives, any sort of travels, like during this week, if your ongoing dashas are running favorable, you have got some supporting yogas in your chart, and you are anticipating any good news in any of the matters, like whether it's profession, in business and all of that. So regarding that front as well, this week can generate some very good auspicious news, or some auspicious event can also take place in your family life as well. Now friends, when we talk about during this week, see, I have already explained pertaining to the matters of the finances, it's a very positive week. Now just because Moon is going to be getting conjunct with Saturn as well in your 3rd house, so do not attach too much expectations from people around you, because over there Saturn can create the feeling of distress, or like not getting contented in the matters of receiving the kind of support which you deserve from people around you in your neighborhood, in your friend circle. But just because you are a Mars ruled person, so it's a part of your personality to help people unconditionally, so follow that dictum. Also friends, because your ascendant lord is right now transiting in your 7th house, so you are also going through a very auspicious time pertaining to the matters of the matrimonial concerns, matrimonial alliances as well. Just because friends, Moon is going to be getting conjunct with Jupiter in your 5th house during this week. So for anything to do with the, like specifically from the students perspective, the week is creating a very positive energy. Now whether you are connected with the fields of art, entertainment, media and all of that, so I would say the week is creating a positive energy. I'm not seeing you guys vulnerable in any front, and just because we are going through the, like, specifically for the Sanatan Dharma followers and Hindu followers and all of that, we are already going through a very auspicious month of lot many festivals and celebrations. So because whenever like moon gets conjunct with Jupiter in the 5th house, it is a very auspicious time for doing spiritual austerities, mantra, chanting, dev darshan, visit to a temple and places of religious importance. So all of that give that deeper sense of satisfaction, happiness, and gives good merit to our stored karma. So regarding that front as well, if you want to plan your life according to that during this week, that will be a very good way of channelizing the planetary vibration, and this is how the week is going to be manifesting results for all the Scorpio Lagna people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Sagittarius rising people. So now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 1st house and will end the week in your 4th house. So definitely friends, pertaining to the matters of your family life, the week is creating a very positive energy. Little bit vulnerability is getting formed in this way, that just because from your 6th house, Mars is going to be aspecting your 1st house. So because of which, pertaining to the matters of the health, over there you have to remain a little bit cautious, careful. Now moon is going to get conjunct with Saturn as well in your 2nd house during this week. So like, I do not know the way planetary vibrations are influencing you right now, but I can fairly see basis the transit that the circumstances are not bringing a lot of hope or satisfaction pertaining to the matters of the financial inflow. So over there you have to remain a little bit realistic and patient, because you know that very soon Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 2nd house. Now friends, the beauty over here is that whenever Saturn is in a, like, it is transiting from the 2nd house, so we say that it's a very good time for seeking blessings from your elderly members of the family. Also, like, any of the help provided to your servants or all those people who work for you. So helping those people during this time will actually bring the grace of the planet Saturn in your case, in your life, and could also open lot many new channel of income or source of income in times to come as well. So you can prioritize those areas as well. Like friends, if I were to summarize pertaining to the matters of the emotional, mental health, well-being, so the week is creating little bit of the instability pertaining to that matters. So give attention towards the yoga, meditation, how you can find that peace within. Pertaining to the domestic matters, and I can fairly see that luck is actually supporting you right now. There's not much of the vulnerability, because as you can see that your 10th house is right now is in a very accentuated state, and all of your actions are right now divine protected as well, because your 9th house lord planet sun is also right now transiting in your 10th house. So I'm not seeing any of the obstacles pertaining to the matters of your profession. A very good week for undertaking any travel as well. For all those people who are looking forward to any matrimonial alliances, the week can give you some very good opportunity pertaining to that matters as well. Now friends, as you can see that till the time Mars is transiting from your 6th house, so I would say that if you want to apply for any loan, so it is a very good time for that. But when we talk about giving money on credit to other people, so over there you have to remain little bit cautious, little bit careful, refrain, avoid any entanglement in other people's problem, other people's baggage, because the transit of Mars from the 6th house many times gets you entangled in other people's problem, other people's mess. It's one thing to help other people, not to get yourself or your own hands burnt in order to rescue other people. So try to remain a bit cautious, careful pertaining to those areas. And if I were to say overall, a very good week for prioritizing any of the family related concerns, and a very good week for any of the short journeys or spending time with your friends or taking out time for all those hobbies which you have. So regarding that front, the week is creating a very good energy for all the Sagittarius rising people. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Capricorn rising people. So now guys, in your case, moon is going to be starting its journey from your 12th house and will be ending the week in your 3rd house. So definitely friends, in your case, moon has got the rulership of your 7th house, and just because it is going to be starting the week from the 12th house, then getting conjunct with your ascendant lord right over there in your 1st house. So the week is not creating a very good energy pertaining to your relationship or pertaining to your relationship with your partner. So over there you have to remain a little bit cautious and careful, and also friends, try not to get stressed out on the matters of the 7th house. Now when I say 7th house, so that means that if you are single and you are looking out for any match for yourself, or you're already in a relationship but there are some ongoing problems which you are facing, so try to keep it calm and relaxed, because stressing on these things is only going to exaggerate things. That is one thing which I want to say. Second thing is that friends, because very soon Saturn is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your 1st house. So all of those important lifetime events of yours which have come to a standstill, they will start very soon progressing. Like rather I would say, even this week is also creating a very positive energy, and by the end of the week I can say that you can also receive some very good news as well. Like the end of the week specifically will be very divine protected for initiating any important venture or for taking any important decision as well. Like specifically because in your case Venus becomes your Yokaraka and Saturn is right now transiting in your 1st house. So whether you are connected with the fields of entertainment, films, television, creativity, or even if you are connected with the fields of like research, exploration, you are in top management, you are connected with politics, you are connected with the fields of technology, innovation, artificial intelligence, so some breakthrough or some hard work done by you can actually give good results or enhancement of the reputation, some extraordinary stupendous success, some very good news. So this is how the week will progress for you. So I would say that if things have come to a standstill, this week or the end of the week will definitely give you or rekindle your hope. A very good week for initiatives pertaining to your matters of profession, pertaining to the matters of your public image, your social image. But when we talk about your matrimonial life, over there you have to remain a little bit cautious. This week is making the harmony in your matrimonial life very prone and vulnerable towards confusion and misunderstandings. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Aquarius rising people. So now guys, in your case, as you can fairly see that moon is going to be starting the week from your 11th house and it's going to be ending the week in your 2nd house. So definitely friends, the week could turn out to be very expensive for a lot many Aquarius rising people. So over there you have to remain a little bit cautious and careful. If you are a kind of person who is very soft or polite to say no to people or within your circle of influence, so that too good boy image might burn a hole in your pocket. So over there you have to remain a little bit cautious. Second thing is that do not attach too high expectations, unrealistic expectations right now, because friends, as you can see that the way planetary vibrations are influencing you, specifically pertaining to the matters of your an accentuated 12th house in transit, an accentuated 8th house in transit. So it is not a very good week. See, one thing is that you can have high expectations, but as long as the outcome of that is not making you stressful, like if things are not working out as per your liking, as per your anticipation, and it's not affecting you negatively, so then it's fine. So I would say make a healthy balance of the outcome which you will be receiving for any of the work which you will be putting in. Second thing is that see, beyond doubt, because in your case Mars is right now transiting in your 4th house. So a very good week for people connected with the real estate or all the realtors or any of the dealings of the buying and selling of property and all of that. Regarding that front, the week is creating a very positive energy. Also for anything to do with the winning over any conflict, any dispute and all of that. So things are definitely gonna work in your favor. Like for all those people who have to who are awaiting any of the verdict or any of the court appearances and all of that. So in those cases, things or stars are in a way kind of benefiting you. But I would still say that the more you can avoid or refrain from getting entangled into disputes or problems, the better it is going to be working out for you. Also friends, like very soon your ascendant lord is going to be coming out of your the retrograde motion from your 12th house. So till the time Saturn is in a retrograde motion, and the way planetary vibrations are influencing you, as you can fairly see that your 8th house and 12th house are the two most important moksha houses. So I would say that this is a very good time for you to initiate any new routine which involves any mantra, doing any yoga, meditation, self introspection, self reflection. So you're actually going a very beneficial time in all these regards, and this is how the week is going to be turning out. One thing which I want to say is that just try to remain bit cautious and bit careful in the matters of your spending, because in that front the week is creating vulnerability of coming out over expensive for a lot many Aquarius Lagna people. And lastly friends, for all the Pisces rising people, so now guys, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 10th house and will end the week in your first house, getting conjunct with your ascendant lord planet Jupiter. So definitely friends, for visualizing on your long-term career related goals, this week is creating a very positive energy. Like rather I would say that any of the work related travel undertaken by you during this week will prove to be very profitable. Also friends, because moon, which has got the rulership of your 5th house as well, and it is going to be transiting to your 11th house during this week as well. So I would say for all those people who are awaiting any funding, sponsorship, any of the concerns of investment, so regarding that front as well, the week is very beneficial for a lot many Pisces rising people. Guys, in your case, the planet of luck, fortune is in any case transiting in your first house. So divine is definitely supporting you. Even from the first house, Jupiter is aspecting your 5th house as well. So your intellect is actually working right now in the right direction, and this week will definitely put you in the right crowd, in the right circumstances, in the right situation. And also friends, for anything to do with the religious or spiritual austerities, for making any donations as well, for undertaking any pilgrimage or any spiritual retreat or journey as well. So regarding that front as well, the week is creating a very positive energy. The only concern over here is that friends, specifically students, see guys, in your case, your 5th house, the rulership of your 5th house goes to the planet moon, and during this week moon is going to be getting conjunct with the planet Saturn. It is going to be transiting from the 12th house as well. So students have to work very hard, and also for all the parents who keep on getting troubled because of the rebelliousness of their children, so the concerns of the parenting need to be given utmost attention, because there could be some complaints which could come on the account of children as well. So remain bit cautious, careful in that area as well. So friends, if I were to summarize a very good week for any of the important work related travels or anything to do with the religious or spiritual austerity, the energy of this week will definitely support you. So this is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of this weekly forecast for all the rising signs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Dhanyavad.